Are you thinking about moving to Spring, Texas? Then here's 5 things you need to know about our real estate taxes. Hi, I'm Jill Wente, a realtor with Better Homes and Gardens, Gary Green, and this channel is all about Spring, Texas. It's homes, it's neighborhoods, it's lifestyle, and all things real estate. So if that's the type of content that you're looking for, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that bell so that you get instantly notified when our new videos come out on a weekly basis. So let's get right into it. Before you move to Spring, Texas, here's 5 things you need to know about our real estate taxes. 1, our taxes are high. We have no state income tax, but in exchange for that no state income tax, we have high real estate taxes. It's through our real estate taxes that we pay for the county public services, that we pay for the hospital, that we pay for the schools, that we pay for the junior colleges, that we pay for the emergency medical services. We also pay for the water and sewer services. All that gets paid through our real estate taxes, so our real estate taxes are high. The second thing you need to know is that we have 3 taxing authorities: the county, the school, and the MUD. Now in Spring, you can either be in Harris County or Montgomery County. Now there's not that much of a difference between the tax rate between Harris County and Montgomery County. Montgomery County is about 13 cents less than what Harris County is. 2 is a school tax. Now, again, in Spring, we actually have an opportunity to be in 3 different school districts. You can either be in the Spring School District, the Klein School District, or the Conroe School District. Now, if you're looking at the difference between the highest school district tax rate, which is Spring, versus the lowest one, which is Conroe, there is a difference of 17 cents. So what does that mean into your annual tax bill? So if it's a $300,000 property, that means a difference of $500 in your tax bill between the highest school district tax rate and the lowest school district tax rate. Number 3 is the MUD tax. The MUD tax, that's our municipal utility district. The municipal utility district provides the water and the sewer. Now, those tax rates can be either, in some instances, they can actually be 0, up to, you can see them actually as high as $1.50. So the third thing that you need to know about our real estate taxes is that our newer subdivisions have the highest tax rates. Now, again, we've got 3 components of our tax structure: the school, the county, and the MUD. So if you've got 2 subdivisions, they're both in the same school district, 2 subdivisions both in the same county, the last component is that MUD, the municipal utility district. The tax rates for the MUD are higher in the newer subdivisions because the MUD is responsible for putting in the infrastructure, the water sewer lines. Those were just put in for those newer subdivisions. That MUD tax then gets paid back over years from those homeowners, and that MUD tax will go down. So if you're comparing a subdivision that was built in the, let's say, mid-80s to one that was just built here within the last couple years, your tax rate is going to be higher in that new subdivision. And you have to take a look and say that, do I want that newer subdivision, newer construction, knowing that my tax rate is going to be higher? Now you may be thinking about, well, why don't I just find a subdivision that has a really low MUD? Well, we actually do have that option in a couple areas. One option is if you're looking for a subdivision that has larger lots. Maybe they're on a half acre, or maybe they're on an acre lot. Those lots don't have that MUD tax because those services aren't provided from the MUD. They are provided by the aerobic septic system, which has its own cost structure to it. The other one is that, do we have some subdivisions around here that were built in the late 70s, early 80s, or does that MUD tax ever go away? Yes, we do have some that MUD tax eventually has been paid down and it's 0 now. But we don't have that many of them. And so your overall tax structure that we have in Spring, on the low end, if they do not have a MUD tax, you could be looking at maybe 1.9%. On the higher end, you're looking at 3.4, maybe 3.5%. Average, you're probably looking about 2.9% as far as what our tax rate is. The fourth thing you need to know about our real estate taxes is that the tax value you see online for a particular property, that your tax bill may actually be higher than that. The tax values that you would see on either Zillow.com, Realtor.com, or even our own website of DiscoverSpringTexas.com, those tax values are last year's, because in our area, taxes are paid in arrears. So that's the only information that's available, and that's the information that gets published when those properties are going for sale. So how does that, all the tax values, when are they established? Well, on January 1st of the tax year, the taxing authority determines what the tax assessed value for that property is. And then in September, October timeframe is when the actual tax rates come out. So when you're in a market environment where property values are appreciating, your tax bill is going to be higher than what you actually saw online. Now, on the good side is that it actually can be a little bit less than what you see online too. And that is because that value does not take into consideration any exemptions. So the current owner of that property may have exemptions on that, and that might actually bring the value down a little bit, but that's not reflected online. The fifth thing to know about our real estate taxes is that if you're eligible, you may be able to reduce those real estate taxes by filing for an exemption. Now, we have exemptions for a homestead exemption, for an over 65 exemption, and for a disabled vet or a surviving spouse of a disabled vet. It's not hard to file for these exemptions. It's just a 2-page form. There are requirements as to when you can actually file these forms and when they'll be approved. So there are some things that you need to know about them. And the other thing to know about exemptions is that when you buy a property, if that property already has exemptions on it, you may be able to take advantage of that exemption through the rest of the tax year, but come the next year, that exemption goes with that owner and that exemption goes away. So you will need to file for your own exemption. So if you have questions about buying or selling a home in Spring, or you're thinking about relocating to Spring and you want to know what it's really like to live here, then just give me a call, shoot me a text. My number is 281-804-8626. I'd be happy to help you out. You want to learn more about how to reduce your property taxes or about moving to Spring, Texas? Then watch these videos.